Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. So I just got home from work and decided to put on some comfy clothes, make myself a cup of tea, and sit down and film a video for you guys. I'm feeling super motivated and inspired today, and I'm just in a really good mood. Some things are moving in the right direction in my life and in my career, and I'm just feeling really good about it. So I wanted to film a video kind of on the topic of life. So if you guys want to go and grab a snack or a cup of tea and then come back and join me, we're gonna have an inspirational life chat. For today's video, I really wanted to talk about living your dream life and what that means to really live a life that you're happy with and that you're passionate about, because I think too often in this life, people live a life that they're not proud of, and there's things that they would have done differently in their life that they could have. And I just really want you guys to be happy with what you're doing in life. And I'm a really big advocate for mental health, and I think mental illness is such a big problem these days. And I'm not saying that it is totally caused by people not living happy lives, but I think that definitely plays a role in it. If you're not doing things that you love, you're more likely to fall into a funk and maybe experience some mental unwellness or some mental illness. So that's why I always want to encourage you guys to live a life that you love and do more of what you love. And that's what we're going to be talking about in today's video. Some steps that you can take to make sure that you live your best life. Gracie's just hanging out back here. She's going to be in on this inspirational life chat. Wouldn't life just be so much easier if we were all cats? Like seriously, she has the best life ever. She sleeps all day, she eats, she gets head scratches. Okay, now she's gonna eat my plant. Gracie, stop. Stop. Okay, and I'm back. I always think that I can have her in here with me when I'm filming, but she's just way too distracting. So I put her outside and shut the door, so now I can put my full attention into this video. So getting back into it, living your dream life, and some of the steps that you can take to ensure that you are living a life that you love. So the first thing that I want to talk about is actually deciding what you want out of life and why this is really important. When you're trying to decide what you want out of life, I think it's really hard to narrow it down and decide what you need to do to get there if you don't actually know what you want. And this can be hard because there's so many different paths that we can take in life, whether it's careers or other opportunities, and it can just be really hard to actually decide what we want. So I want you guys to take a few minutes and just think about what your perfect life would look like. So if you need to take a piece of paper and a pen and write it down, that would be great. And just imagine what the best life would look like for you. And the catch with this is to make sure that you don't think of any limitations or constraints with this. So don't think about the time that it would take to get there. Don't think about the money. Don't think about past experiences or anything like that that you would need to have. Just think about your ideal life and write it down. So now that we have a picture in our mind of our ideal lives, I want you guys to leave a comment down below telling me a little bit about what that looks like. So you don't have to share anything that you're not comfortable with sharing, but I think it's really cool to find out what people dream about and what they really want out of life. I think it says a lot about a person, and I'm always trying to get to know you guys a little bit better. So if you could leave that comment down below, that would be awesome. So now that you have some characteristics of your dream life written down, we're going to talk about some ways that we can get you there. So my very first tip for you when you're trying to reach your dream life and trying to achieve the goals that you've set for yourself is to set one small task or goal every single day that will bring you a little bit closer to that dream life. So it really doesn't have to be anything big, because I know we have such busy lives. A lot of you guys are in school, or you might have full-time jobs. So you really have to work in these goals and little tasks in between the things that you have to do every day, but they can be super simple and small. So for example, if your dream in life is to own your own business, do something really small every day that will bring you a little bit closer to that. So you could reach out to somebody on Instagram that you know runs their own business and ask them if they mind that you ask them a couple questions about what they do. And you can take some notes, or you can go to the library or your local bookstore and take out a book on running a business or creating a business. And that's a way that you're educating yourself and getting yourself prepared for your dream. Something that's what's really important when you're working towards a dream is to not be afraid of time. So often I think we get caught up in how much time something is going to take, but I heard something really interesting the other day when I was listening to a podcast, that time is something that you shouldn't worry too much about when you're thinking about reaching a goal, because time is going to pass anyways. If you want to go back to school, for example, start a whole new career, a whole new education path, and you know that it's going to take 4 years, whether you go back to school for 4 years and at the end of the 4 years you come out with a degree and a foundation of where you can start your new dream career, or you can stay in the same place that you are now, not go to school for your dream career, and in 4 years' time, you'll be in the same place. So I don't know if I'm explaining that right, but basically time always passes and you can decide what you do with that time. So fast forward 4 years, you can make the choice where you want to be. I'm going to bring the law of attraction into this conversation because it's something that I'm really interested in, that I believe in, and I've been learning just a lot about like manifesting things in your life lately. I think it's important to live life as if you've already achieved those dreams. So go back to what I said first, imagining how your life would look if it was your dream life, and then think about how you would be living. So if we go back to the business example, if you wanted to have your own business, if that was your main dream, what would you be doing every day if you actually were the CEO of your own company? You'd probably be getting up early, you'd be setting goals for yourself, you'd be a lot happier, you would be trying to be super productive, you would be reaching out to other business people, maybe people in your community, trying to partner with them. Doing these things right now is going to set you on a path for success. You don't have to wait to do these things until you are living your dream life. You can start these things right now and it'll just bring you closer. I could literally talk about this next point forever because I'm so passionate about it, but when you are trying to live your dream life, it's really important that you kind of build a wall and shelter yourself from the opinions of others and what others think of you. You really have to teach yourself and talk yourself out of being worried about what other people think, because this will just really deteriorate how you want to live your life and like the vision that you set for yourself for your dream life. So I'm going to use myself as an example here. When I first started my YouTube channel and posting on Instagram, my family was less than enthused. I can tell you that. They were super excited about me being a social worker. I still do have a full-time job working with youth and community development, but when they heard that eventually I would really like to work online, they were not impressed by it. They didn't think that that was like a real career, and they thought I was just being like immature and naive, thinking that I could work online. So this was really discouraging, and it's sad when the people that you care about most don't really believe in what you want to do and they don't think it's a good idea. But you really just need to trust yourself and trust your intuition. If it's something that's going to make you happy, then you have to go for it, because the only person that's going to be living your life is you. And it's really easy for people to make assumptions and judgments from the outside looking in. You just have to make the decision of what's going to be best for you and trust yourself. I think it's also hard when you're working towards something that society doesn't see as a conventional career or traditional way of living. So if you're trying to do something creative or start your own business or work for yourself, that's usually not seen as being like smart or reliable. To some people, it's much better to go to school for 4 years, work for somebody else to make sure that you have like a steady income, that you're gonna have a retirement plan and all of that stuff. But that is certainly not for everybody. Some people like some variety in their lives. So I think it's just helpful to not be judgmental towards people and what they want to do. Just trust that people are making the best decisions for themselves. And something that I want to leave you guys with before I close out this video is a little bit more encouragement when you're trying to live your dream life. And that is to not worry about where you are right now. Everybody starts somewhere. So never think that you're too old to kind of switch your career path paths in life or start something new. J.K. Rowling was 32 when the first Harry Potter book came out. She blew up, became a best-selling author. I think she's actually like a billionaire right now. And this is super comforting to me because I'm only 23. So that means I've got a long way to go before I'm at that point. And even if you are in your 30s or in your 40s or your 50s, there is still so much time, and every single day counts if you're doing what I said before, making small little goals for yourself every day and working towards your dreams. All right, guys, so that's gonna be it for today's video. I really wanna thank you for watching it. It means so much to me, and I hope you enjoyed it and then it gave you some motivation and inspiration to live your dream life. That's all I want for you guys. I want you to be happy and to live a life that you love. If you like this video, please hit the red subscribe button. It would really help me out and I would really appreciate it. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye!